Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Columbus, where it'll be a spot in the state championship game on the line. Someone will play in that state title game. The two teams in front of us, there they are. Steubenville Big Red. They are taking on Wyoming, the Cowboys, and Big Red tonight in Columbus. I'm Bill Phillips, along with the coach, Tony Filberto. And Coach, we are ready for state semifinal action.
Well, we're excited about tonight. We're going to see two good football teams. We're going to see one team that lives and dies by the run, plays great defense, much more versatile offense out of Big Red, who plays just as good at defense. I expect a great football game.
Let's take a look at the window to the game, keys to the game for the Friday Night Rivals. Board a special edition of Friday Night Rivals for Wyoming. Run the ball and stop the run. Also, the head coach told me, play solid special teams. Those are his keys. Bring it to the field for Big Red. At 48 minutes of effort, head coach Ostovich talked about preparation, as he did last week for the regional finals against Indian Valley. So Big Red will look to do that tonight against the Cowboys of Wyoming. And there you see Big Red waiting in the tunnel, so to speak, off to the left of the field. They'll cross the field. We have the coaching spotlight tonight, courtesy of West Virginia University Medicine's Wheeling Hospital. Ostovich, 40th year at Big Red, four-time state champion. Aaron Hancock, state champion in 2018. Overall record 121-16. Two good coaches, two good programs. It should be one heck of a matchup tonight, Coach. And the big matchup will be the Big Red run defense against C.J. Hester in the Wyoming run game, because Wyoming loves to run the football. The running back coach nearly 3,000 yards and almost 50 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, I understand he's a finalist for Mr. Hauer, the outstanding football player. Big Red plays that great defense, though, so this is going to be an interesting matchup.
There you see C.J. Hester, number 33, and the Cowboys of Wyoming coming out on the field as the Big Red band continues to play. And Big Red is ready to go, and the Cowboys talking things over. Coach, what's your final message when you're in that locker room and you've got your final thing that you can say to the guys before they head out on the field?
Well, you always talk about every game is just as important, and this one's a little more important. Put you in the state championship game. We'll go out and play the game, relax, have some fun, do the best you can, and play the kind of football we know how to play.
There's a look at Cincinnati, Wyoming, of the Cowboys coming onto the field carrying the American flag. And Steubenville Big Red across the field as the Big Red band is about ready to play the national anthem down on the field. And now you hear the Big Red crowd chanting for Big Red, and now to the national anthem. And there's a look at the head coach, Ostovich, looking to get into another state championship game, and he is getting some appreciation and giving appreciation to the Big Red band directors as Big Red's band. Great job with the national anthem and pregame. And what do you think's going through the mind of Coach Ostovich? You've known him a long time, and he has played a lot of these big games. What do you think's going through his head?
Well, he's played in a lot of big games. but he'll tell you this is as big as any of them because it's a one they're playing tonight. You never get used to this feeling. It's an excitement. You want this one just as much as you want the first one. So I'm sure he has that excitement that he had 40 years ago playing in his first one.
And Big Red will have the opportunity to get the first football first because they did not win the toss, but Wyoming deferred on the toss. And they will kick off. Kicking off for Wyoming is Rummer, Carter Rummer, number 88. 6 foot, 140-pound sophomore, back deep. Hopkins and Edwards for Steubenville Big Red. They will both stand at about the 10-yard line. They will be just outside the hash marks as Carter Rummer waits to take the ball from the official to get things started here in Columbus tonight. It is the American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Coach, we're ready to go.
I'm excited.
All those practices back in the spring, all those practices in the summer, the double sessions.
This is what you do it for.
Yep. This opportunity. Kickoff come down about the 8-yard line. Edwards will take it, middle of the field. Right up the middle of the field and out close to the 24-yard line, and that's where Big Red will take over, 1st and 10. It's a decent field position to get started for Steubenville Big Red.
It's good kick coverage by Wyoming. I think it was number 21, Jalen Dukes.
It's a Mr. Reuter first down, and that is Big Red's offensive unit. We'll get the starting lineup in just a moment. In the backfield, Hopkins, and it looks like Xavier Faulks is in the backfield. Case Kernahan will go in motion. Handoff goes to Faulks, and he's across the 25 and out to the 30-yard line. Great gain on first down. Coach, that's a win every time. You get about 6-7 yards.
I'd say, Big Red come out in their end over, which makes them unbalanced. And I saw Wyoming try to shift down, but, that Big Red line handled them pretty well.
And we take a look, Hill, Bozica, Hopkins, Sewell, Kernahan, Huff, Harper, Marshall, Lease, and Berge. And I just noticed a change to the offensive line, getting the start. A gentleman that broke his leg earlier this season, Cam Daly, number 72. And he is out, and you see him coming off the field now. But the big man back in the lineup, and that is a plus for Big Red.
Oh, it sure is.
He has been outstanding over the course of his career at Big Red, and to have him back, that's got to be a lift.
No, it has to be a lift to him and to the rest of the football team.
Ostovich out close to the 40-yard line. And Coach, how important is it this drive as we take a look at the Wyoming defense? West Virginia University Medical Reynolds Memorial Hospital defense: Blair, Allen, Howard, Wiley, Gray, Hauer, Jeffers, Early, Hancock, Mitchell, and Svensson.
We talked about this defense of Wyoming is not giving up much of anything. Big Red is doing a nice job in this first drive. So important that they march the ball down the field and challenge that defense.
Defense has allowed just 2.5 points a game. They've given up 35 points, I believe, for the entire season. So they have been outstanding, but they haven't faced an offense like Big Red's as Fate Hill swings it outside. It falls incomplete. And don't see any flags on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 4 at the 41. And Big Red will go in a hurry up as they make some substitutions. Bozica in the backfield along with Fate Hill. Double wings along the line of scrimmage. And they'll look over to get the final signal. Wyoming bringing everybody up within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage. Fate Hill backs up just a little bit and takes the snap, and he kicks it away. Spiral kick. It'll bounce down at about the 20-yard line, and it will roll down to about the 14-yard line. We'll see where the official marks it down. Looks like the 17-yard line, and that's where Wyoming will take over 1st and 10.
Thought it was a good idea. They challenged Wyoming, tried to get them to draw off sides, left their offense on the field, gave them a quick kick. They had nobody deep to return it.
Well, the Wyoming offensive unit, which has put up sensational numbers throughout the season. And number 33, our first look at C.J. Hester, the all-everything running back for Wyoming. He'll take a pitch on 1st down, gets the corner, cuts it up, and he's out to about the 25-yard line, probably the 24-yard line. Hester, 5'11 senior, 190 pounds. Number 33, it's Mr. Reuter, 1st down. Now it is 2nd down, and Hester yelling at his offensive line, and now they'll look over the line of scrimmage. And they're going a little hurry up, and then they slow it down as they get the play called in. Quade Hauer, number 2, your quarterback, a junior, 6'2", 215 pounds. He'll look to throw it outside. Does. DJ Gray will make the reception, and he will spin ahead to about the just across the 20, maybe gained a yard.
Maybe a yard. Big Red defended it pretty well. A lot of people, they bunch out there. They threw a fast screen.
Here's a look at the defense. Harper, Ostovich, Gorby, Harris, Hopkins, Williams, Edwards, Mullins, Buggs, Mitchell, and Sims, and multiple substitutions will come in throughout the game. Reynolds Memorial Hospital. The lineup brought to you by WVU Medicine. 3rd down and 2 for the Cowboys. Handoff and nothing doing in the backfield. Big Red. Nice through Gorby off the pile first, number 52.
Right. They ran a great blitz right into the call. Coaches must have seen something on film. Stopped him for about a 2-yard loss. Or in 4th down, they got to kick the football. That's big for Big Red's defense.
So look at the Wendy's replay. And DJ Gray does the punting, number 12 for the Cowboys of Wyoming. Brody Suckoch will stand back at about midfield, and a good high driving kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 40-yard line by Suckoch, and that's where Big Red's offense will take over 1st and 10.
I think that's very big for Big Red's defense. 3 and out, and get the football back. Pretty good field position.
Now across the line of scrimmage now for Steubenville Big Red. You have Harper and Huff, 78-73 at tackles. Lease and Berge at guards. And Kellen Marshall at center. So you'll see multiple players in and out of that unit for Steubenville Big Red. As Peyton Hill stands at about his 35-yard line. Handoff. Minniefield makes a shot. And he is knocked down, maybe a yard on the play for Big Red. 2nd down and 9 for Big Red. Minnefield's going to head to the sideline as substitutions come in. We take a look at the replay, Coach.
Yeah, you see jet sweep and trying to run that outside stretch. Boy, nice contact there. Just couldn't get to the perimeter.
Joel Hancock on the stop for the Cowboys. Peyton Hill to pass, steps back, sets up the screen. And Hopkins will be taken down. DJ Gray quickly in and makes the tackle for the Cowboys of Wyoming.
We're seeing 2 good defenses here tonight. We only seen 2 offensive series from Big Red, 1 from Wyoming. You see the replay there. Try to set up a screen, and it did a nice job. Read it well, and it just got off of the block.
3rd down and 11 for Big Red. Sims in the backfield with Peyton Hill. He'll look outside, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Edwards. Would have been for a short gain, and it'll bring up 4th down and 11, and the punting unit. Check that. Punting unit does not come on. It'll be Hill staying in. Same formation as the last quarterback kick on 4th down. But whenever they're in this formation, Coach, you never know.
You just never know.
Baden Hill steps back. And the kick goes to the side, but takes a big red roll inside the 35, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more. It's a special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It's 0-0, Big Red and the Cowboys. And welcome back to a special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It's the Wyoming Cowboys taking on Steubenville Big Red. Spot in the state championship game on the line. And on first down, we've got a fumble, and Hester has nowhere to go. And Gorby is on fire in the middle of that defensive line for Steubenville Big Red. There's a look at Zach Smith, number 16. And we take a look at Gorby and Smith, and Hester took his eye off the ball, Coach, and then
look
forget
at the
about
penetration
it.
here.
To the 28, second down, 14.
Gorby and Smith do the job wrapping up. Elijah Mullins, 25. He was the first in the backfield to trip him up.
Yep.
Here's a good look at number 12, DJ Gray. He's going to come out of the game. And on second down and 14, the Cowboys will set up with Hester in the backfield, has the snap, and he's going to be stood up at the 30-yard line. And forward momentum. He's off his feet now and a little pushing and shoving. And you know what? If you can pick him up and take him off his feet, he can't run.
He can't run. A lot of emotions in a game like this. You know, both teams excited.
Here's the Wyoming offense. West Virginia University Medicine, Reynolds Memorial Hospital. Hauer, Hester, Adkins, Svensson, Gray, Schwartz, Davis, Williams, Metz, Howard, and Hauer. Your offense for the Wyoming Cowboys. 3rd and 11. Quaid to throw. Has Gray open at midfield. And he has the first down to the Big Red 45-yard line. In coverage making the stop. Brody Suckox. And it'll be the first big play of the game for either side on offense, Coach, as we take a look at it.
We just got a half roll out and just got some single coverage and, through the deep out route. And, but Big Red's done a great job stopping the run, forcing them to throw the football.
And Coach, one of the things that Coach Reno talked to me about this week when I had an opportunity to interview, he said they use their running game to set up their pass. They don't just stay in the pocket. They like to roll out. They like to use that play action if they can off of the run game.
Well, when you have a running back like that you have to defend, play action's a great idea.
On first down, Hester has it on the outside. That was a block in the back. Flag is down. It's going to come back. That's going to be a clip against Wyoming. You saw it, I saw it, everybody in the ballpark saw it.
That was a pretty obvious one. I blocked in the back just as he was making the turn upfield.
One of the statements that Coach Hancock made from Wyoming, he said, the thing about Hester is everybody...
Illegal block in the back. Number 54 of the offense. First down.
That penalty is going to go against A.J. Howard, number 54 for Wyoming. But he said people know Hester's going to carry the ball, and they still haven't been able to find a way to shut him down completely. And there's a good look at the block in the back. And
there's a pretty good hit, too.
Yep. So it'll be 1st and 12 now for the Cowboys at the Big Red 47-yard line. Play action, Quaid down the middle. DJ Gray open and has it, still on his feet, still pushing, and still on his feet inside the 25-yard line, down to the 24. And that's the late play to come flying into the pile there. You could throw a flag on that one.
You sure could. Yeah, we're up here both motioning for him to throw the flag.
Yeah, you play to the echo of the whistle, but you're walking a fine line there.
There's the replay. Made
Great
nice catch
by Gray.
He sure was.
Now, right there, he was getting a leap in there late. But the Cowboys on the move. Mr. Reuter first down at the Big Red 23-yard line, and we have a timeout. And the coaches for the Cowboys of Wyoming not happy at all. We will take a timeout. Special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It's scoreless. Steubenville and Wyoming coming back after this. Welcome back to a special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. Steubenville Big Red nothing. Wyoming Cowboys nothing. First quarter. Cowboys on the drive right now down to the Big Red 23-yard line where they have it 1st and 10. And Coach, as you're looking at it from Big Red's defensive point of view, what are you still selling out on the run?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They get good enough athletes in the secondary to single cover everybody. They've done a great job shutting the run down so far. You have to stop the run first against this team.
Hester lines up next to Quaid in the backfield. Hand off to Hester. Patiently waits, looks for a seam. Across the 20-yard line and carries it down to the 13th. And the one thing you notice already about Wyoming's running game, Coach, is it seems like every play, if there's a lineman anywhere close to the running back, they are going to give them that extra shove. They get up there and they start pushing the entire pile.
Sure, they're going to help them. And, years ago you weren't allowed to do that. Now they get a lot of help.
Hester, nothing doing this time. Smith, and it looked like Ostovich there first to make the stop. No gain on that, maybe a loss.
And that's the second time we've seen Smith in the backfield creating the big pile and for negative yardage.
Smith and Ostovich, just good tackling right there.
Sure is. I like what this Big Red defense is doing so far, stopping this run.
We're at Medical Center, Breast Care Center. It's the pink zone. The Wyoming Cowboys in the pink zone. 2:25 to go. First quarter, scoreless in Columbus. 3rd and 2. Gray goes in motion. He'll take the handoff. As Hester's a lead blocker. Looks like a flag against 56 for a hold. That's coming back. Not a touchdown for the Cowboys. You can see that. The official's trying to can't get it out of my pocket to throw it.
Yep.
But, 56 just latched on to, I believe it was that Gorby or Ostovich. I think it was Ostovich, 32.
It looks like they got the perimeter easy, but it was holding them from defending the perimeter.
Exactly.
So, it does come back.
Holding. Offense number 56. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
Jess Hauer called for a penalty.
Now, you wonder about this team. They're in 4-down territory. It's 3rd and 12. Are they going to run the ball twice? They're going to try to get it through the air.
Hester lines up next to Quaid. Looked like he wanted to stay outside, maybe in the slot. He's going to stay in and block, and Quaid looks to run, has some running room. He's across the 20, gets to the 15. He'll have the first down before Hopkins can knock him out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Good job by the quarterback.
Very good job. Great coverage by Big Red. Good pressure up inside. Just let him get to the perimeter a little bit and had enough for the first down.
And Quaid, he plays both ways. He's a linebacker and a quarterback, so he's a guy that he's not going to shy away from contact.
Yeah, that's a rare combination when your quarterback's playing middle linebacker.
1st and 10 from the 11, so Wyoming can pick up the first down at the 1. Handoff. Hester up the middle, cuts back. Ostovich on the bottom of the pile along with Suckotch and Smith.
As far as moving the football, the run game hasn't hurt them. He breaks out off of the pass. They threw a couple of balls down the field, but Big Red's done an outstanding job stopping the run so far.
Svensson to the left, to the near side. Schwartz goes in motion, pitch that way, and it looked like Hester wanted to cut back and just cut off the wrong foot, lost his footing, and goes down. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long. A 3rd down and 10. See Mirko, I think he saw a hole and he went, I want to get back there, and just
tried to make that cut, just couldn't do it.
checking out of the ball game, number 42, and checking in will be DJ Gray, number 12, for the Wyoming Cowboys. He'll line up in a slot inside Svensson. Split to the far side is Matty Mitchell. Hester and Quaid in the backfield on 3rd and 10. Big Red looking to get the stop. Quaid rolls, throws across the middle, and it's almost picked off. Brody Suckoch in and out of his hands, hit him in the belly. You thought he was going to wrap that one up.
Secondary Big Red read the ball well. Brody Suckoch stepped in front of it, almost come up with the interception.
Take another look at it here, Coach.
Okay, there's a rollout. Same thing. They tried to throw the crossing route.
Oh, thought he was going to get to that one.
So did I.
Carter Rummer in to attempt the field goal. They line up at the 18-yard line. So 28-yard field goal. Ball is up, and the kick is good. So it is the Wyoming Cowboys grabbing the lead first on a Rummer field goal from 28 yards. And it is 3-0, Wyoming on top.
You know, if I'm Big Red, that's a win. You bring them down. You made a stop. They had, a first down at the 11-yard line, forced them to kick the field goal. That's a win for Big Red.
The winner of this game will play the winner of tonight's other semifinal game, being played at Perry High School between Minniefield and Jefferson area.
Hey, Coach, beautiful facility here in Columbus.
Special.
The Columbus Crew's original stadium. And they use it, I understand, for some concerts and some other sporting events. But
beautiful.
A beautiful facility.
I understand the turf is only a couple of years old here, so just a beautiful, beautiful place.
So Edwards and Hopkins will be back deep at the 10-yard line again for Steubenville Big Red as we take a look at Carter Rummer teeing it up at the 40-yard line.
The receiver Steubenville.
Rummer end-over-end kick will come down to about the 5-yard line. That's where Edwards will take it. He's north and south, right up the middle, and out across the 25-yard line. Good return, solid return. Hey, Coach, you like when they run north and south?
I sure do. So I used to tell those guys, you returners, don't run side to side. That doesn't get you anywhere. Get up the field, you'll find something.
So Big Red will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Just 29 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Wyoming leads it 3-0 on a 28-yard field goal on their last drive. Big Red has moved the ball nicely on a few plays and then misfired on a screen pass that may have had something, but last week, Coach, nearly 500 yards of offense. They were outstanding.
They were terrific. They're pretty good here tonight. 5-6 yards a carry. They're doing a great job against this defense.
Xavier Faulks on the carry. He goes for about 7 yards on the play. Last week, 487 yards of offense, 202 on the ground, and 2 on. Faulks breaks loose.
He's going to be hard to catch.
He's across midfield, down to the 40, looks to cut back and is knocked down at about the 37-yard line of Wyoming. They'll officially spot it at the 38-yard line.
If you look at the front of Big Red, they came on unbalanced left, and I think the cutback, there just weren't enough people to this side of the field for them to handle Faulks on the cutback.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on WTOV9 is sponsored by WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital, Window World, Bill's Towing, Weirton Medical Center.
Okay.
And welcome back to Columbus, everybody, the site of tonight's state semifinal. Ohio Division IV, Steubenville Big Red, Wyoming Cowboys, and Big Red on the strength of a 21-yard Xavier Faulks run has the ball at the 37-yard line to start the second quarter play in Wyoming territory. And now it is Gavin Bozica in the backfield. Isaac Hill split to the near side. Edwards goes in motion. Peyton Hill is just going to go down, look like a broken play in the backfield, and he goes down back at the 45-yard line.
That looked like a little mix-up, trying to run some type of counter and just didn't get him the football.
So bring up 2nd down and 16. Anthony Sewell, number 8, split to the near side. Ivan Buggs inside Sewell. Bozica in the backfield. Hill and Edwards split to the far side of the field. Hand off to Bozica right up the middle. He'll go and dive ahead for another 3 yards. Right when you thought he might be stopped, he dives ahead for 3 more yards. A big gain on the play, and it sets up Big Red.
We're going to see the replay. Basic Big Red play. Pull the backside lineman, give it to the big back, and just let him pound it inside.
Bring up 3rd and 8.
Well, they're 4-down territory.
Closed captioning brought to you by West Virginia University Medicine. Wheeling Hospital. Thank you very much. Peyton Hill to throw. Looks down the middle. Throws it up. And underneath it is Isaac Hill, and it falls incomplete. And it looks like on the far side of the field, Lee Anthony Sewell may have been wide open. But it's one of those where all of a sudden Peyton Hill's back there and he's got some pressure in his face.
He did have pressure. You see the replay there.
He took a shot. Bill's towing replay, and it's still almost the completion. Right now, 4th down and 8. Ball on the Wyoming 36-yard line. Peyton Hill looks over the sideline. Isaac Hill and Edwards split to the far side. Sims. Lee Anthony Sewell and Buggs to the near side. Hill steps up. Hill looks down the middle. Hill has a man, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Isaac Hill. Looked like number 7, Matty Mitchell, on the coverage, and Big Red is turned away, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Wyoming at the at the 36-yard line, their own 36-yard line. So far, Coach, in the middle, Gorby has been a one-man wrecking crew for Big Red against this running game as Hester takes a direct snap, tries to get to the corner, and just no room as Big Red just strings it out down the line. There are going to be no surprises. You know, Hester's got the number 1 priority. He's going to have lots of company tonight.
Yep, he's going to get the ball, or they're going to fake him the ball. He's going to be part of the play most times. Who would have thought we'd be in 2-3 minutes into the second quarter and it's a 3-0 football game with these two offenses?
Both really good defenses.
And both really good defenses.
They're bringing the heat on defense tonight. I think both defenses sense a challenge coming into this one.
There
and
we go.
Knifing through to get DJ Gray is Kai John Hopkins, number 10, who has had an absolutely sensational season this year on offense and on defense.
He has made those big plays in the backfield week after week. The call from the sidelines is a great stunt call to put him running clean.
You got to love the way he comes through the hole, breaks down, and gets in the right football position to make a solid tackle. It's not,
Yep, you see a lot of guys run past that. They don't break down. He does everything technically correct.
3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 for Wyoming. They don't necessarily like to throw the football. They want to run it. But they will play action, and they have shown that they can be efficient throwing the ball. As Quaid goes back to pass, has time, looks downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Edwards in coverage. Intended receiver was Ben Atkins, number 22, but it's incomplete, and Wyoming will punt the football away.
That's a big stop for Big Red's defense. 3 and out after giving the ball back to them. It gives you the opportunity to get the football back in your offense's hands.
Brody Suckotch back at the 34-yard line of Big Red, and DJ Gray will stand at the 22 to punt the ball away. Snap is good. Kick is away. High hanging kick It'll come down and take a sideways hop, and it'll be down at the 38-yard line. So Big Red with good field position here in the second quarter as we will take a timeout on this special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. Wyoming 3, Steubenville nothing. Second quarter. Back with more after this. And welcome back, everybody. Big Red, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. I formation, Xavier Faulks in the backfield. Handoff goes to Faulks up the middle. And just that burst, Coach. He hits the hole so quick.
So explosive. He has second, third step. He's flat out. Does a great job. Big Red's moving the football against this defensive front.
Handoff, same play. This time, not much. On the stop, number 55, Joel Allen, a 6'1" senior for the Cowboys of Wyoming. Bring up 3rd and 2. Bozica now in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Hopkins leads into the hole. Bozica still on his feet. And did he get enough?
It's close, but I think he's short. And if I know Coach Suckosh.
And now Ostovich comes up, and he gets up close to Peyton Hill. He takes the handoff, and he will have the first down. Here's some power for you. Here's some power. Line it up and just go get it.
They went toe-to-toe with the offensive line, brought all the backs up close to the line of scrimmage. It's pretty tough to stop.
Hill and Buggs split to the near side. Buggs in the slot. Peyton Hill's going to roll near side, and he had a receiver in and out of the hands of Hopkins. It falls incomplete and will bring up 2nd down. And again, Coach, we see the shuffling of the offensive line as Cam Daly back along the offensive line, and just amazing to see him out playing in tonight's game. He made an appearance last week,
right,
and now getting some serious action here in the state semifinal. Hill split to the far side. Buggs to the near side. Handoff Faulks, and he's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 59 comes up with the stop for the Cowboys.
Javen Lamplin.
Credit Xavier with a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9 for Big Red. Wyoming 47-yard line. Handoff Bozica has some running room into the secondary. First down and more. Out across the 35-yard line, and it'll be Bozica.
You don't want to get in front of him once he's got some steps going forward. He's so big and powerful. They pull both those backside linemen, counter tray as it's called. And Bozica just sticks it up in there.
12-yard gain for Bozica. Handoff goes to Bozica again. This time he bounces it outside. Flag comes in. Holding penalty likely against Big Red as Bozica fumbles it through the end zone, and we'll see what the ruling is. And I think the official's going to come back and call the holding. You're going to have to sort this one out, Coach. Because I don't know if Bozica was still inbounds when the ball came out and went through the end zone. And then the flag came in, and initially it looked like it might be against Big Red.
They called the penalty against...
Illegal block below the waist. 12 of the defense. Penalty results in a first down.
All right, so DJ Gray, who's been all over the field tonight, comes in and he blocks low, and it benefits Big Red, as Big Red now has it 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. So Bozica with the run down to the 1 yard line. A couple of big runs in this drive for Gavin Bozica, and now Ostovich will take the handoff and touchdown Big Red. WMC pink zone, and it's a touchdown for Big Red as they get in there for one play, and Spencer Ostovich takes it in. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown as we take a look at Bill's towing replay, and just too much strength up front.
Just everybody wedge block, as we call it. They went toe-to-toe, block your inside gap, and just form that wedge.
Mr. Reuter touchdown for Spencer Ostovich and Steubenville Big Red. Extra point kick is up, and it is good from Cole Bowers. And Big Red has grabbed a 7-3 lead with 6:42 to go on this special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals matchup for a spot in the state championship game. We're back with more after this. And welcome back to the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It is Steubenville Big Red 7, Wyoming Cowboys 3 here in the second quarter. 6:42 to go in the quarter. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Tony Filberto, and coach. Wyoming goes down. They get 3. We thought it was a win for Big Red's defense to hold them to 3, and then Big Red comes down the field and picks up 7. It looked like they just had big runs on the drive where they would just chunk runs, and they get that first and goal from the 1, and Ostovich wasn't going to be denied.
And Big Red is just so good tackle to tackle with their line blocking and those big, powerful backs, and they're difficult to stop.
It's the American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff as Cole Bowers tees it up at the 40-yard line. So we come down to DJ Gray at about the 7-yard line. He wants to get to the far sideline, tries to cut back, slips down, and will be down at the 14-yard line. That's where Wyoming will take over 1st and 10.
That's real good kick coverage. If you're the defensive coordinator at Big Red, you like starts at the 14, 15-yard line.
Return to the 14-yard line.
Mr. Reuter first down. So far, C.J. Hester has been bottled up by the Big Red defense as he tries to get outside. It's just not going to happen. Slips out of the tackle attempt by Ostovich, but maybe a loss of 2.
Yep. The speed of this Big Red defense, they're big and powerful inside and enough speed to run to the perimeter. It just can't get outside. Good job.
A lot of people joining Ostovich. Elijah Mullins gets there, and then Brody Suckoch comes in and helps wrap up the running back. And Coach, so far, if they want to run it outside, they're not having any success there.
They're not. And inside, they haven't had a lot of success there. The run game hasn't hurt Big Red at all. The few passes down the field.
Wade to throw. And it is short and incomplete. Intended receiver is DJ Gray. And it'll bring up 3rd and long for Wyoming.
That's an uncomfortable position for them. I'm sure Bigger wants to keep them in their 3rd and long, force them to throw the football.
Wade to throw. Has a man wide open. It'll have first down yardage out across the 30-yard line. Making the reception, Will Svensson. That's what I'm trying to say.
You said it right. Made a nice catch. He ran in route, drove the defender off, and set back down inside. He got the football. You saw the replay there.
17-yard pickup on the play for the first down. Wade can throw again. And wide open down the field. Svensson this time down to the 20-yard line of Big Red. So all of a sudden, 2 big passing plays, Coach. Something you just don't expect.
Made a double move, and we come up on the first move and turned and took it upfield and got behind the defender.
But again, if you said to the Big Red coaches you want to take chances with the passing game and the running game,
let them throw it.
Hester. Little stiff arm and out down to about the 19-yard line. And he just doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver.
No, he's probably showing a little frustration pretty soon. Big Red's just done an outstanding job stopping him.
Game of yard 19, second down 9.
I'm sure they heard more than once his name this week during practice. Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, maybe just a few. It's the WMC Breast Care Center, Pink Zone. Wyoming Cowboys at the Big Red 19. Second down and 9. Big Red looking for a stop. Wade looks to pitch it outside, throws it back across the middle, and it is incomplete. I thought it was an interception.
So did I.
But the official says it hit the ground. It'll be incomplete. Khalid Sims had his hands on it, just couldn't hold it.
It was a nice break on the football, though. Boy, it was close to an interception.
Coaching staff and the crowd for Steubenville Big Red not happy, and hard to blame them. They'll bring up third down and 9 at the 19 for the Wyoming Cowboys. Elijah Mullen will check out of the game. Svensson and Gray split to the far side of the field. Quaid looks to throw that way. Then he comes back to the other side, and it is short, incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Quaid Hauer's pass intended for Matty Mitchell, incomplete.
And the Wyoming Cowboys will send on the kicking unit, Carter Rummer. Ball will be spotted at the 26-yard line. 36-yard attempt from the near hash. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Hit the upright and kicked it through.
So Wyoming responds with 3 of their own after the Big Red touchdown. It's now 7-6 as we take another look at it here on the Bill Stowing replay. It's the ricochet. It's the ricochet.
The second bump put it through. Again, that's a win for the defense.
Yep. So with 4:10 to go in the second quarter of play, Big Red by 1, 7-6 over the Cowboys of Wyoming. Back deep, Edwards and Hopkins once again. They will line up at the 10-yard line outside of the hashes. Rummer's been pretty consistent, putting the ball down to about the 5-yard line.
It's got a good leg.
American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Kick is up, and it is a high end-over-end kick that'll be fielded at about the 13-yard line by Edwards. He's across the 25, out to about the 27-yard line before he is stacked up, and that's where Big Red will take over, 1st and 10. This is a route of first down for Steubenville Big Red at their own 27-yard line. Xavier Faulks in the backfield. Ivan Buggs goes in motion. He's wide open down the sideline, and Peyton Hill, for the second time, slips down. Not sure, I don't know if he's having a problem with the turf, but that's the second time he's tried to stop and actually just
speed
slip
is kicked
down.
out. Boy, he had Ivan Buggs open down the sidelines here, too.
Edwards checks out of the ball game. Anthony Sewell and Buggs to the near side. Buggs in the slot. Minniefield and Faulks in the backfield for this second down and 20. Ball on the 17. It'll be Faulks on the carry and not much, maybe a yard or two. That looked like Mets, I believe, for Joel Allen, number 55, pulled the football out of Xavier's hands and tried to head the other way, but the officials weren't buying. Hill and Edwards to the far side of the field. Near side, it is Anthony Sewell and Buggs. Gavin Bozica in the backfield with Peyton Hill. Shotgun snap. Hill rolls to the outside, finds Isaac Hill for the reception, and we have a flag down at about the 23-yard line as Isaac Hill was driven back. We'll see what the call is. An ineligible receiver called against Steubenville Big Red.
Looked like there was a lineman downfield.
It looked like Big Red was short of the
ineligible man downfield. Offense number 55. Third down.
Wyoming accepts the penalty, and that will put Big Red back on the 15-yard line. Third and 22.
Giving them another opportunity now, where it would have been a fourth down situation.
Hand off to Bozica. Short gain of maybe 2.5, 3 yards. And it'll bring up fourth and long for Steubenville Big Red. And Cincinnati, Wyoming is going to take a timeout, talk things over, try and use this 2:08 to the best of their ability that's left in the quarter, while Big Red's going to talk things over. And Coach, any razzle-dazzle here this late in the quarter?
Well, I'm guessing if I'm Wyoming, I'm going to bring everybody and try to block this kick. There's only 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. They're not a big throwing offense, so they may come in and try to block this kick. You know, Big Red, you never know when they're going to fake a punt. You know, from that 20 to that 20 to that 10, who knows? They sure aren't afraid to.
No. Setting up deep right now, it's Chaz Early, number 11. He's gonna set up shop at about the 45-yard line of the Cowboys. In the punt, number 84, that's Hayden Hicks. He'll stand back at the Big Red 3-yard line doing the snapping. Zach Smith, and end over end kick that's going to bounce. There'll be no return, and then it takes a Big Red hop inside the 40-yard line. So it'll be Wyoming football at their own 38-yard line.
It's a nice kick.
Yep, effective punt.
Yep.
Absolutely. 1:55 to go. The Cowboys of Wyoming will have it. 1st and 10. Big Red's defense, Coach, against this potent run offense has been absolutely sensational.
Sensational. They haven't been able to get to the perimeter at all with the speed inside. Big Red has handled everything they've run. Like I said, a few passes down the field is the only thing that Wyoming is connected on.
Hester looking to set up the screen, has a block route in front, makes a move. He's out to the 45-yard line, still on his feet, runs on 3, cuts inside, still going, and finally goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line of Steubenville Big Red, and that's a fine individual effort.
Sure is. That's the first time we've had the opportunity to show his stuff, because Big Red has just taken everything away from him on the little swing pass, screen pass out in the flat. Good balance.
True.
Yeah.
And this one bounces up in the air, and it's almost intercepted by Ostovich. And it'll fall incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:37 to go. Second down and 10 from the Big Red 28-yard line. Do you have a draw in this offense, Coach?
Yeah. Oh.
He spins ahead, does Hester across the 20-yard line.
That was a little bit of a delay. Looked sort of like a draw, but that's probably the most yardage he's gained running the football this evening.
8-yard gain, 3rd down 2.
Hester again looks to bounce outside and does. Stays on his feet with Ostovich and company. Ostovich, Hopkins, Elijah Mullins in there. Suckotch gets a piece of the action as well, and they blow the play dead with 1:03 to go in the second quarter. Well, Hester manages to pick up the first down, and the clock will roll now inside of a minute to go.
2 yards to the 18, Wyoming football, 1st and 10.
Wade looks to throw, looks outside, and he has a man. That's DJ Gray, who comes back to the football and has it at about the 10-yard line, about 2 yards short of the first down.
He did a nice job getting out of bounds. It's a well-run route, nice ball thrown.
Innovation 10, 2nd down 2.
Wyoming with 2 timeouts remaining. Big Red with 3. 41 seconds to go. Svensson and Gray split to the far side of the field. Quick pitch to Hester on the outside. Cuts it back to the 5-yard line. Down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And it'll be a first down. And now the clock will roll on the official signal. And it's 1st and goal from the 4 for Wyoming. Hester to the outside again. On his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown. C.J. Hester. Mr. Reuter touchdown for the Wyoming Cowboys. So the Cowboys use a Hester screen pass for a big gain, and then a number of carries on the ground and a pass to DJ Gray for a touchdown. As C.J. Hester goes in and scores, and Wyoming has the lead back at 12-7 as Carter Rummer comes in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Wyoming Cowboys back in front on a score of 13-7 as we take a look at some of the Wyoming Cowboy fans that have traveled up from Cincinnati. And one of the things that Coach Suckotch talked about this week as Big Red Band heads down for their halftime performance was the fact that they are what they are. He said 69-1 in their last 70 regular season games. So this isn't a team that's going to fold their tents and go home if they fall behind. So a pretty impressive drive in the last minute and a half, Coach, to get into the end zone.
Absolutely. But then again, neither is Big Red. It's not a team.
Oh, no. We know that.
That's something that we both know, that Big Red will come back and just battle through this football game.
There's 24 seconds to go in this half. This half is not over.
It's not.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes deep or maybe kicks it on the ground on a squib kick.
They've been covering the kicks pretty well. But this is a good time to squib it. But, this kid's got a pretty good leg.
Rummer hits a kick that'll come down to the 10-yard line. Edwards will take it there. And he's going to bounce it to the outside. Has a little bit of running room. And he takes a shot and is knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And that's where Big Red will have it, 1st and 10 with 18 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mr. Reuter first down for Steubenville Big Red, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout. We have an official's timeout as it looks like there's an injured Wyoming Cowboy on the far side of the field on the Big Red sideline. And medical attention heading to him from both sidelines. The Big Red training staff there as well as the Wyoming Cowboys training staff, medical staff, and player is up and moving. Haven't been able to get a number for you just yet. Looks like number 6.
Coleman Jeffers.
Coleman Jeffers, linebacker and tight end, senior, 5'10", 190 pounds. Linebacker on the Wyoming defense, so he will be out for at least the play. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him. But he continues to hold that rib cage area, so we'll have to wait and see if it's something a little more serious than that. Hand off to Bozica right up the middle. He'll pick up about 5-6 yards on first down. Clock runs inside 10 seconds to go. Big Red's going to let this one run out, and that's how we'll head to halftime with the Wyoming Cowboys on top of Steubenville Big Red. 13-7. Coach entertaining first half.
Oh, boy.
Should be a doozy in the second half on this special edition of the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals. Big Red, Wyoming, 13-7 Cowboys at the half. We're back with more after this. We are ready for the second half of action in this state semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and the Wyoming Cowboys. Cowboys lead it 13-7 after the first half of play. They deferred after winning the toss, so they will receive the ball first here in the second half. Cole Bowers has it teed up at the 40. Matty Mitchell and DJ Gray stand back at their 10-yard line awaiting a kick from Bowers. End-over-end kicks could come down about the 16-yard line, and DJ Gray is going to try and take it all the way across the field. Cuts back against the grain and is out across the 20-yard line. And, Coach, that's a rough one. You've got return set up that way. That's a long way to run to get to that corner.
We always had a rule. If the ball was kicked completely outside the hash or the other side, get what you can get. You can't run across the field because they're going to run you down.
Mr. Reuter first down for Wyoming. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Tony Filberto. And, Coach, enjoyable first half. Good first half of defensive football from both
If you
clubs.
like defensive football, you should be here. You should be watching this.
Handoff goes to Hester. Speaking of defense, how about Ostovich and Hopkins?
Right.
And Hester, a lot of people think he's going to be a finalist for Mr. Football in the state of Ohio with nearly 3,000 yards and nearly 50 touchdowns. 47 touchdowns now if you count today's game.
Right.
Closed captioning brought to you by WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital.
Well, this Big Red defense is just, if you add the numbers up, he's nowhere near what he's been getting week in and week out.
Yards are tough to come by. Quaid to throw. Down the sideline and has a man and it is caught. Tremendous catch.
That is a great catch.
Tremendous catch from Svensson, number 10. Coverage was good for Edwards. It's just a good football play
Nice
by the offense as we take a look at the Wendy's replay.
Just a one-on-one, that 50-50 ball, and their guy come down with it. Look at that catch.
Came back to the football and a little bit underthrown, and that gave him the opportunity.
Sure.
So a big play on first down or second down, pardon me, and it sets up a first down at the Wyoming 49-yard line. And they've got motion, and it's going to be against Svensson, who just had the big catch. Leaned a little too early, and that will cost them.
False start offense, number 10. First down.
So that'll set Wyoming back 5 yards. It'll be first and 15, ball on the 44-yard line. Big Red's defensive line. Gorby, Ostovich, Hill, and Harper as Hester tries to get outside. Coach, we talked about this before, as he finds the seam, and now he's outside, and he has the first down inside the Big Red 35-yard line. Now we have a flag coming in late, and Hester over yelling at the crowd, and we will have to see exactly what happens here on the replay, Coach.
Yep, great run. He gets outside, finds that little gap, and you see why he's Division I. Watch the balance, watch the power.
A little shove at the end is going to cost Big Red.
Personal foul, 25 of the defense. 15 yards to the end of the run. First down, Wyoming.
Call against Elijah Mullins. A little shove at the end. It's going to cost them some yardage, and now it'll be Wyoming set up at the 16-yard line of Steubenville Big Red. First and 10. Gray goes in motion. Handoff goes to Hester up the middle. He's tripped up after a short gain. And the thing I was going to say on that play from Hester is coming down the sideline. And again, it looked like Big Red had him bottled up. And then he just found that seam. And as you said, Division I players, they find that seam, they're going to go.
Big players show up in big games.
We're at Medical Center, Breast Care Center, Pink Zone. Wyoming second down and 7 from the Big Red 13-yard line. Big Red looking for a stop. Gray goes in motion. Handoff. He'll stretch it around to the other side, and Big Red is there and waiting for him, and he is bottled up. Hopkins there, and he is taken down at about the 16-yard line, so it should be a loss of about 3 on the play. Ostovich was looking for a call. He was claiming that he was held on the play. He wants to know why there was no flag.
Well, if you saw that, all 11 Big Red players were around the football at that point. Everybody's running to the ball. This is a big play for Big Red.
Third down and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line. Suckoch runs off the field. Wade, play action fake, looks outside, finds Hester. He's got the first down and more, and he is into the end zone stretching. Tremendous individual play from Hester for the touchdown. And now the head referee running over to Wyoming coach, the Wyoming bench. As we take a look at the replay, Coach, just a great individual effort.
It was. Again, he's getting his yardage receiving. He's had a couple of nice runs, but he's pretty deadly out on the field.
19-7 at this point, and Wyoming's going to try and grab the 2 points to make it a 21-7 ball game. Critical play here as Hester's in an I formation. And it'll be a play-action rollout, and Quaid keeps. Quaid at the 5. And he is knocked out of bounds short of the pylon, and it'll be no good. So Big Red stops the 2-point conversion.
Good.
We'll take a timeout. Wyoming adds to the lead 19-7 here in the third quarter. We're back with more after this. And welcome back to the special edition of the Bordas & Bordas Friday Night Rivals matchup for a spot in the state championship game. Division 4, Wyoming Cowboys 19, Steubenville Big Red 7. And Coach, the defer of the toss works out the way that Wyoming had hoped it would work out as they get points as they come out here in the second half. And what do you think about Hester? What does it look like? They've made an adjustment, or is it just that he's found some seams?
Well, I think Big Red has stopped into the run game. I mean, made one nice run, but this is a screen pass here. It was a swing pass there. So he's caught the ball. He gets out in the perimeter, gets in space, and he's an athlete.
Yep. Kick comes down to the 10-yard line. And Edwards out across the 25-yard line, knocked back. They will officially spot him down. The near official has him spotted at the 27-yard line. So take a look here. That was the end of the big catch from Svensson. And then here is Hester. He strung it out down the line, then just found that little seam, and it ends up being a big play, and then the penalty yards added on. And then Hester here on the touchdown catch, just Mitchell dragged into the end zone, and he stretches for the goal line for the touchdown, and Wyoming has the 19-7 lead. Big Red's offense looking to get something going here on their first possession of the second half. And Bozica with a fine run on first down, out close to the 35-yard line.
Big Red's done an outstanding job running tackle to tackle, running those big backs up in there, getting 6-8 yards a carry.
7 yards to the 34, second down 3.
Isaac Hill split to the far side along with Ivan Buggs. He's in the slot. He'll come in motion now. Across the formation. Xavier Faulks in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, and he will be out close to the 40-yard line. He'll have a first down before he is pushed back. They will officially spot him down at the 40. So Big Red, 2 plays and a first down.
A lot of time, keep that running game going, be methodical, bring it down the field. Got to take your shot at some point, one-on-one at the wideout.
Big Red goes hurry up. Faulks again, not much this time. Wyoming's defense came in with the reputation of being very, very stingy. Stingy to the point where they're only giving up 2.5 points a game. Wendy's replay here, just not a lot of room inside to run. Second down and 9. Ball on the 41. Quick swing to Edwards. He's across the 45 out to midfield. He'll be close to first down yardage. And now Wyoming is claiming that they have the football, but the officials are setting up for spotting the ball, and Big Red will have it 3rd and 1 at their own 49-yard line. Let's take a look at the replay, Coach. I didn't see what the Wyoming people are seeing. Oh, the ball did pop out.
They only get to see it once.
That's right. And Big Red will have the first down across the 49-yard line. And, that was, took a officiating class, and that's the thing they said. Officials don't have the replay in high school. They don't have it in youth sports. You get one look at it, and that's it. But if you're Big Red, you're fortunate, and if you're Wyoming, you want that one back, but they're not going to get it back. And Big Red has the first down, so they keep the drive alive. And it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Wyoming. Feels like a critical drive for Big Red. Faulks to the outside, into the secondary. Inside the hashes before he's stopped at about the 39-yard line, of Wyoming. So a pickup of about 8 yards.
Right, you can see the replay here. C-gap play, the off-tackle play. One back leading the other through the hole.
Ty Pierce and Isaac Hill will come to the near side. I formation. Smith and Faulks, and that is Jace Kernahan, and he's going to come in motion down the line. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he is into the secondary and down at the 30-yard line for a first down for Big Red. And Big Red showing the heart of a champion, showing a team that they are ready to come back right away. You hit me, I'm going to hit you right back.
Right. They went end over him, which makes them unbalanced, and ran the off-tackle play.
Pierce to the far side. Kernahan goes in motion that way. Fate Hill roll near side, looking for Isaac Hill. Dumps it off underneath to Smith, and he'll be close to first down yardage. Down at the 20-yard line, maybe about a half a yard short of the first down. Let's see where they spot it. This is where John Madden would go crazy. It's a left foot spot, right foot spot. It's a first down. It's a first down.
Yep.
It's a first down. He got the right foot.
I like the call. They've been running that power, fake it, boot out, and then throw to the back out of the backfield.
Daly checks in on the offensive line along with Hopkins, who will be in the backfield. Pierce will split out to the far side. Step up on the line of scrimmage. Kernahan goes in motion. The stretch play. Faulks looking for the corner. Faulks has the corner. He has the first down inside the 10-yard line. He'll have the first down close to about the 6 for Big Red as they continue to move smartly down the field here in the third quarter. 19-7 ball game, 4:37 to go, and Big Red is on the move.
Yeah, when they bring that tight end in motion across, they're outnumbering Cincinnati, Wyoming to the outside.
Big Red in the WMC Breast Care Center pink zone. Isaac Hill will split to the far or near side. Here's to the far side. Kernahan's going to come in motion. Delay handoff to Faulks. Still on his feet, stacked up at the 5-yard line. Pickup of 2, bring up second down and goal from the 6. Coach, how about a corner of the end zone? Isaac Hill climbs the ladder, goes up and gets one.
I like it. Yeah, challenge. He's 6'2". The defender's about 5'10". Let's throw the high ball. You know, we always had to think if we had first and goal about the 9, we're throwing to the corner of the end zone.
Bozica on the carry, inside, not much, maybe a couple.
Now, Phaeton Hill's pretty good on a boot here because he has the opportunity to run the football as well as throw it.
And with the clock moving inside 3:25, it's only the third quarter, but not a lot of possessions because the clock is running tonight with a lot of runs. So I feel like it's a 4-down situation for Big Red as Ostovich is in. Power eye with Ostovich. Ostovich. And he is going to be in for the score. Touchdown, Big Red.
All right.
Touchdown, Big Red. Ostovich to the goal line. A delayed call from the officials, and it is a touchdown. Take another look at it, Coach.
Look at all the leads, bringing up those backside linemen, leading the near back through, and that last yard and a half he fought for. Now, I think this is the first time that they've given up 2 touchdowns in the game all year.
Cole Bowers to attempt the extra point. And whistles, and it stops. It is a Mr. Reuter touchdown. And Brody Suckach wants to know what the call is. Talking to the official.
False start offense number 66.
False start against the offense. Against Big Red. Berge gets the call against him, so they'll push back the extra point out to about the 15-yard line. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is no good. We'll take a timeout on this special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It is Wyoming 19, Steubenville Big Red 13. 3:04 to go in the third quarter. And we are back. Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. And Coach, nearly the entire third quarter is gone. 2 possessions. Wyoming gets it. They go for the score. Big Red comes right back down the field. They go for the score. And, you know, and the thing is, it's not a track meet. The 2 defenses are making work every play. But this one tightening up. 19-13, Wyoming on top. Cole Bowers will tee it up at the 40-yard line. And just back and forth. A very entertaining ball game. Great state semifinal.
Right, yeah. Somebody may make a stop, and that's what it's going to come down to, where the other team doesn't.
American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. And Bowers puts it on the ground, up back takes it, and out across the 43-yard line. So Wyoming will have it first and 10 from about the 43-yard line. Good field position there.
It's your best starting position all evening.
Joel Hancock, number 24, fielded the ball on the ground. Some of the Big Red ball boys, water boys.
Those young guys do a good job running on and off the field. It's an important job.
Important defensive stand right here for Big Red. It's a Mr. Rooter first down for Wyoming. They have it with exactly 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. First and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Last possession, Hester scored on the pass. And Wyoming Cowboys will have it first and 10 to 43. Hester up the middle, not much. Spin, still on his feet. Short gain, maybe 1 or 2.
Again, Big Red has done a great job bottling him anytime he's trying to run inside.
And it looks like Hester may be injured on the play. He does have a knee brace that he wears on his left knee. Taking a look here, don't want to guess as to what the injury may be, but they are looking at the leg. Appears to be the left leg. And he is limping off. And that would be a tremendous blow for the Cowboys of Wyoming, and never want to see anybody injured, especially a player the quality of C.J. Hester. He's, has a bright future ahead of him.
Sure does.
And right now he is headed off the field, and he will be attended to by the Wyoming Cowboys medical staff. And we'll have to wait and see exactly what the injury is and if he is able to come back. But he is struggling to get over to the training table here on the near side, as it is DJ Gray making the reception on second down. He'll be out to about midfield. And, this is where, Coach, you always talk about next man up. Who's going to step up and make the play? Who's going to fill that role? Is DJ Gray? Is it Quaid? Or is it a one-man show for the Wyoming Cowboys? We'll have to see what happens as we take a look at the replay here. The Wendy's replay as Gray gets out close to midfield. It'll be third down and 4 as Hester is being attended to. Looking at his lower leg down in the foot area. As Quaid rolls out, throws it that way, DJ Gray is going to have the first down, and he will have it across the Big Red 45-yard line. And they're taking off the shoe of C.J. Hester, and maybe they have to readjust the brace. I'm not entirely sure what they're looking at, but they have taken off the shoe of the Wyoming running back on the near sideline. So we'll see how that goes. But you see him working, adjusting his brace. The team doctor taking a look, the trainer. And as they continue, they pitch it outside and cutting back, and now they're saying it's a fumble, but now they're saying no, down on the ground. Big Red's sideline reacted as if it was going to be Big Red football, but instead it'll remain Wyoming Cowboys football. It looks like number 50 for Wyoming's offensive line, Theo Davis, senior 6'4", 220. He is slapping his helmet as he wasn't happy with himself or wasn't happy at the end of the play. Wade looking to throw, looks outside, has a man wide open. Schwartz is down inside the 25-yard line, and he will roll down inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. And now we have a flag that's back at about the 40-yard line, and Isaac Hill is applauding and indicating that this will indeed go against the Wyoming Cowboys in the area of a hold, or maybe someone downfield a little bit early. Personal foul.
After the play, dead ball. Personal foul, 56 to the offense. 15-yard penalty. Still be first down, Wyoming.
'56, Jess Hauer.
So at the end of the play, they brought it back, and it's first down from the 41.
So still first down, and now while we wait for Wyoming to call the next play, looking down at the training table, you see the medical staff looking at the knee of C.J. Hester, really checking it for, ligament damage, and determining whether or not he would be able to continue as on first down now out across the 30-yard line. Well, it's going to be spotted down at about the 32. And now we have a late block again. And it's starting to get a little chippy with the lineman coach.
Right.
Jess Hauer, number 56. He got the penalty, and he was the one that came up at the end of this play with his hand. I didn't do anything.
This might be an official's timeout.
End of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter. So it does make
Went by quick,
coach.
Coach.
Wow.
Joel Hancock, number 24. He is the player trying to step up for the Cowboys. Big Red trying to shut down this drive for Wyoming. We're back with this special edition of Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. Fourth quarter action coming up. Big Red looking for a stop and then looking for the lead. And welcome back to Columbus, Ohio, the site of tonight's state semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and the Wyoming Cowboys as we enter the fourth quarter of play. 12 minutes to go. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Tony Filberto. Wyoming leads it 19-13. They have it second down and 2 at the Big Red 31-yard line. Coach, Big Red in desperate need of a stop here as the fourth quarter begins. And now we have, I'm going to be curious if they call the offside, because looked like maybe someone may have been in the neutral zone early, and then the offensive lineman met. We'll have to see. Ty goes to the runner.
Dead ball. False start offense number 50.
Ty goes to the runner.
There you go.
Second out.
Motion penalty, and it'll go against the Cowboys of Wyoming, so it'll push them back. It'll be second down and 7, or should be.
Yeah, the problem is you only get the ball so many times. You need to make the stop now, to keep us at a one-score game.
Svensson and Gray to the near side. Mitchell to the far side, and Quaid will look to throw. Quaid going up top, and it's going to be, thought it might be picked off by Ivan Buggs trying to high point the ball, and it'll be incomplete, and it'll bring up third down and 7 for the Cowboys of Wyoming.
Ivan Buggs did a nice job in the coverage. It's that 50-50 ball again, and he almost came down with it.
Take a look at the Wendy's replay here, Coach.
But good coverage. Just tipped
got his
the
hand
ball
on,
away.
tipped it away.
Yep.
He's had a solid season.
No,
offensively and defensively. He's been
what a big play this one is now.
Third and 7 from the Big Red 36-yard line. Quaid back to pass. Quaid has a man open. It's Svensson, and they will give him the catch. And it looked like one official was going to come in and rule it incomplete. The other official came in and signaled the catch, and it is a completion and a first down for Wyoming. That is a big play. Mark it down.
Sure was.
We take another look at it here.
Let's see something.
It looked like he may have gotten his hand
May have got underneath of it.
Close call. Mr. Reuter first down. Cowboys, Quaid looking and throws, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver number 13 for the Cowboys. That is Jason Shorts. In coverage, Elijah Mullins. And it looks like C.J. Hester, as I check down looking at the training table, he has his knee brace back on, is tying up his shoe. I just find it hard to believe they'd let him go back in the game with any type of a knee injury. And he snatched up his gloves as if he's done for the night. So reverse, and here comes DJ Gray. He has running room and a blocker, and the blocker tackled somebody out. A couple of...
We've got a penalty flag back here.
Holding, and that's going to go against number 50. Theo Davis, who's had a rough few plays. And out in front of the play on the run, it looked like 56 perhaps.
Yeah.
Just tackled the defensive back.
They missed that one.
Offense number 50. 10-yard penalty. Second out.
So second down and 10. Second down and 20 now. We'll check that. Ball is spotted back at the 32-yard line.
17. Second and 17. 16.
C.J. Hester doing his best to convince the training staff that he's able to cut, protect himself, as we have a timeout down on the field. And we will take one as well. Fourth quarter, 10:47 to go. We're back after this. And welcome back to this special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It is the state semifinal game. Big Red down 19-13. There is a look at the superstar running back for Wyoming, the Cowboys, number 33, C.J. Hester, who's played a fine game, but he is being talked to by the medical staff. I think the trainer or doctor, she is literally telling him that I can't allow you to go back in. I can't take that chance with your health. And he continues to try and run and show them that he can cut and move. And, you know, he's trying to convince them, and they're not buying.
Yeah, he's pleading his case, but
yeah.
I don't think he's going to win that one. He may, though.
Well, right now, Big Red needs to win the case on second down and 16 as Wyoming has moved into Big Red territory. They lead it 19-13. Quaid the pass, looks outside, has a man open. And that is Schwartz, and he slips and goes down at about the 29-yard line. And, Coach, the one thing I'll say, you know, the field looks good, but from what I understand, they're going to tear this turf up. After this will be the last game of this turf, and they're going to put new turf down. Well, that's one of the interesting tidbits that I've gathered over the evening. But the one thing I've noticed, a lot of slips on this field.
Both teams.
Yeah.
Phaeton Hill twice.
Yep. No call. Looked like it might be an offsides against Steubenville Big Red. No call. Clock at 10:04 and moving. 3rd and 13 for the Cowboys. Big Red looking for the stop here. Quaid back to pass. Pressure from the backside, and he's going to get caught from behind. Taken down back at the 38-yard line. Ivan, Bugs, and Gorby, they get to him, and it is a stop that is going to push them out of field goal range as well.
So big. The stop on the two-point conversion and this sack here are both very, very big for Big Red.
Bill's towing as Ivan Bugs on the replay still makes the sack. Now it is 4th down and 21 from the Big Red 37-yard line, and Wyoming has decided to go for it. Or are they going to do a little pooch kick here, Coach? And now it's Quaid
backed up to 7 yards.
And he will pooch it, and I think that might roll into the end zone.
It sure is.
Yep. So Big Red will have good field position, and Big Red is pumped up as they head to the sideline, and why not? Yep. Huge defensive stand for Big Red with the ball in Wyoming's possession in their territory, and Big Red will get it 1st and 10 with 9:11 to go, down 19-13.
Again, the two-point conversion stop was great, and this sack was great. That's a 5-point swing.
Inside handoff. 5-yard gain on first down for Big Red. Hopkins on the carry, number 10. Kaijon Hopkins, the linebacker, running back, fine player for Big Red. Senior, 6 foot, 200-pounder. And on second down, it's going to coast the first down yardage out at the 30-yard line.
First down.
Xavier Faulks. He carries and will get the first down as Big Red picks up the first down. Clock moving, 8:45. Bill Phillips for the coach. Tony Filberto.
We're seeing a good one tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Isaac Hill to the near side. Bugs in the slot, also to the near side. Peyton Hill is going to hand off. Faulks looks to get to the corner. Does. Walks, goes tackle. Now he's into the secondary. Faulks at the 40, the 30, 20. Faulks. Touchdown, Big Red. Touchdown, Big Red. Mr. Reuter touchdown with 8:09 to go. Big Red has tied it up at 19.
Let's see the replay here. Watch Faulks. Patient. Finds a little crack in the... Look, he breaks the tackle, keeps his balance. He's going to be hard to catch.
And no one's going to get him down as Cole Bowers is in to attempt the extra point. Smith will snap, Suckoch would hold, and Bowers with the kick. And it is good, and Big Red has the lead at 20-19 with 8:09 to go in the ball game. We're back with more right after this. And welcome back to a special edition of the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. State semifinal, fourth quarter, 8:09 to go, 20-19. Big Red on a Xavier Faulks touchdown run has grabbed the lead, and Coach...
We've sat on the edge of our seats here the whole evening. We've seen great defenses. And in the second half, we've seen a lot more offense, actually.
And I'm pretty certain this is the most points that Wyoming has given up for the entire season in one ball game.
Well, yeah, I think they've only given up...
14 was the most, I think.
Right.
And 35 total.
Total.
So Big Red with a 1-point lead. Cole Bowers will tee it up at the 40. On the ground. Picked up at the 19-yard line. Mitchell with the ball. He'll return it out to the 30-yard line. That's where Big Red will take over first and 10. And heading back onto the field for Wyoming, the Cowboys, is number 33. They're all everything running back, C.J. Hester. So he pleaded his case and won, Coach.
He won.
Wyoming football, first and 10.
Come on.
Mr. Reuter first down for Wyoming. 8:04 to go. And there is a look at C.J. Hester. Svensson matched up with Bugs on the near side. Hester into the secondary. Gain of about 7 on first down. Looked pretty good there.
Yeah, he popped right back up.
Hard to win a football game at this level.
Sure is.
Hester slips down there, and again, we talked about the turf. You know, and running backs, quarterbacks, they've had issues with slipping on this turf, going down when you think, you know, they have footage and they have an opportunity, and then all of a sudden the feet go out from under you, and Hester went down. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, this is a big play.
36-yard line.
It's a big play for both football teams.
Play clock down to 12 seconds. Wade to throw, and he throws behind the intended receiver, DJ Gray. He had him open for the first down, but threw it behind him, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 4, and decision time for the Cowboys of Wyoming. And it looks like they'll send the punting unit on.
But that doesn't mean they're going to punt it.
True.
4th and 4 from 36.
I watched him in pregame. He does a little rodeo punt where he runs it to the edge and kicks it, a rugby-type kick.
And Big Red wants a timeout. They saw something and wanted to get a timeout, make sure they were set.
I'm sure they're telling them the same thing. You be very cautious. Let's watch the fake. Let's not jump off sides. And we'd give them the first down if they did.
Fourth and 4 at the 36-yard line. DJ Gray, punter for Wyoming. Brody Suckoch will set up shop back at the 30-yard line. And now he'll be moved up to the 35. Snap to the up back, and it's going to be short. Did not get there. Zach Smith, number 16. I believe he was the one that hit the running back first.
Yep.
On the attempt, number 42, Tony Blair. He doesn't get it. It's the same type of play that Big Red ran against Indian Valley. We take another look here on the Bills towing replay.
And I'm sure the coaches are saying, let's look for the fake.
And if Smith doesn't make that stop,
he's running.
He's got it, and he's got extra yardage. Huge play by number 16, Zach Smith. And now Big Red in a position to perhaps seal the deal here.
Right.
Faulks into the middle of the defense, and he is going to have a first down around the 27-yard line. They'll mark him back at the 28, and it will be short by about a half a foot.
28, second down 1.
Big Red in take your time mode now as you go to the line of scrimmage.
There's definitely 4 down.
Play clock down to 13. Inside of 10 seconds now. Faulks. And it will be close.
I think he got it.
Third down.
Wow.
Clock moving. Coming up on 5:30 to go. Handoff Ostovich, and he is going to get the first down at the 25-yard line.
Spencer Ostovich for the carry. Gain of the 25. Steubenville football, 1st and 10.
I always said if 5 minutes a clock becomes your friend, and now you're at 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Just an acquaintance right now. Hoping to become friends in about 5 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 25. Bugs goes in motion. Bozica in the backfield takes a handoff right up the middle into the secondary, and he dives down to the 15-yard line. It'll be close to first down yardage check the spot. We'll see if he gets the first down.
Coleman Jeffers on the tackle.
Second down and short. Actually, a bit of a help when it's second down and short.
I agree.
WMC Breast Care Center, pink zone. Smith in the backfield. Bozica takes the handoff. They'll have the first down and more. Down to about the 10-yard line. They'll officially spot him down. It looks like it's a 12. First and 10. Bozica comes out and he's fumbled, and now we have a beanbag down, and it will be Wyoming football with 3:53 to go in the ball game.
Oh boy.
Bills replay, handoff high on, maybe on the breastplate of the shoulder pads.
Might have just come off of the pad.
It falls through the hands and into the ground, and the Cowboys take advantage of recovery. And they'll have it first and 10 with 3:53 to go in the fourth quarter. 1 point ball game. Both teams with 2 timeouts. And Wyoming will have it first and 10 from their own 16. Reverse to DJ Gray. Gets to the corner. And he will be out close to the 25-yard line. He may be shaken up a little bit on the play. Pickup of about 7. Looks like he's grabbing at his hamstring.
Yeah, sure does.
7 yards to the 23, second down 3.
Checking in number 22 for the Cowboys of Wyoming, Ben Atkins. He'll split to the far side. Looks like DJ Gray will split to the slot on the far side of the field. Svensson, near side, and not a lot of hurry up in these Cowboys to get up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock all the way down to 5. Quaid across the middle. DJ Gray has it, and he'll be taken down at about the 37-yard line by Brody Suckox. It'll be a first down for Wyoming. First and 10 now for Wyoming. And that is pass interference against Steubenville Big Red. Just a situation where the ball's there, looked like going for the interception, and they just got their feet tangled. And the call is going to go against Steubenville Big Red. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Pass interference. Defense number 9. 15-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Take a look at it here on the Bills replay, and it just looked like...
they get tangled up.
Yeah, it just like Mitchell wanted to go up and jump for the ball, and they just got tangled up. First and 10, ball in the 48 of Big Red. Handoff goes to C.J. Hester. And not much doing there. See, he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And now some pushing and shoving at the end of the play. And the clock winds down to 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Now we have an official timeout on the field. A helmet issue for Harper as he goes off the field. Now the clock should start to roll. And it does. Quaid, backside pressure. In and out of the hands of Mitchell, the intended receiver.
They're down.
And I don't think head coach Reno Sucker is real happy with the timing on that. It seemed like it took a while to get the clock restarted.
Yes, it did.
Incomplete pass stops the clock at 2:10. 3rd down and 9 for the Cowboys of Wyoming. Ball at the Big Red 47-yard line. Hester on this drive more of a decoy so far. Quaid to throw, looks outside, has a man open. Svensson has it at the 35-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Mitchell. It'll be enough for a first down for the Cowboys of Wyoming. Coach Big Red hasn't been able to get home just yet on the pass rush on this drive. Hester takes the direct snap. Lead blockers Quaid. Hester inside the 25, still on his feet. 15-yard line and knocked out of bounds at about the 6. Well, they didn't go to him, and then all of a sudden they go with him, and Quaid becomes the lead blocker. We mentioned this before. Quaid's a linebacker, so he's going to throw a block.
215, sure.
And knocked out of bounds by Mitchell and Sims. And Wyoming now with 1:55 to go has it first and goal at the 4-yard line. 1-point game. Both teams with 2 timeouts.
Well, they're down to 7 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to call timeout, and the head coach not happy. Aaron Hancock, the head coach, pounding his hand into his fist in his hand to call the timeout. So, coach, hey, I never give you easy situations.
No.
1st and 4 for Wyoming. 1st and goal from the 4. Your Big Red's coaching staff, what are we looking for? What are we trying to do on defense to get a stop, to get the ball back?
Well, I think they're going to give the ball, obviously, to Hester. The Big Red has to call timeout. Because if they do score, they need a little bit of time coming back. I don't think they're going to come out there and throw the ball. They're going to put the ball in their tailback's hands and see what he can do with it.
And we had a quick shot there of Carter Rummer, the kicker for Wyoming, who has 2 field goals made tonight and one banked off of an upright and in, and he is warming up. But right now, Big Red has to find a way to keep Wyoming out of the end zone.
Right.
As you mentioned, Coach, if I'm Wyoming, I'm going to give the ball to Hester, the best player.
And keep the clock running.
And it'll be DJ Gray in an I formation ahead of Hester. Motion. Handoff goes to Hester, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. A Mr. Reuter touchdown for the Cowboys of Wyoming with 1:50 to go in the ball game. 25-20.
Going for 2.
I would think
he has to go for 2.
And again, Coach, what a ball game. Both teams back and forth.
Back and forth.
Big Red critical here to stop this 2-point conversion. They would be able to win the game with a touchdown. Quaid will roll near side, looks to throw, and it is incomplete.
That's big.
Wyoming wants a pass interference call. They're not going to get it, so it will remain a 5-point game with 1:50 to go.
And if you think about it, with Wyoming scoring, it's good they scored on the first play. At least Big Red with a minute and 50 seconds to utilize.
Take another look at it here, Coach. Bill's replay, and
just a counter play, very similar to what Big Red's running, bringing that backside lineman and up through the hole.
Bill's towing, replay. 25-20, 150 to go. American Resources, American Consolidated Resources, or Natural Resources. Put the reading glasses on, Bill. American Consolidated Natural I had all the right words.
Yeah.
American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Big Red with Rummer back on the 10-yard line. Hopkins and Edwards. Rummer to kick off for the Cowboys of Wyoming. Low line drive kick, and it will roll down, fielded at the 12-yard line by Edwards, and he slipped
and fell
at the 20-yard line. We'll spot him officially at the 21-yard line.
Boy, there have been a lot of slips tonight.
First and 10 for Big Red. Ball on their own 21-yard line, 79 yards away from the end zone. Have to put it in the end zone to reach the state finals. Peyton Hill to throw, looking to set up the screen, pressure, and he throws it incomplete. Intended receiver was Talik Sims on the coverage for Wyoming, number 8, Deuce Wiley.
Intended for Talik Sims, incomplete.
How difficult is it? Make sure your players keep their composure on a drive like this. Just settle down, do what you've been doing. Don't get too excited. Bugs split to the far side. Edwards rolls that way. Peyton Hill rolls that way. And it is caught by Bugs. He steps out of bounds. Hikem Edwards went in motion and headed upfield. And he'll head back all the way across the field. So he's on the near side now. So take a look at Peyton Hill. There's Edwards as Bugs comes in motion. So 3 receivers to the near side. Peyton Hill to throw to the outside. Lee Anthony Sewell down at the 35. It's a first down. Clock will stop. 1:32 to go in the ball game. Clock starts to run. Handoff, Sims. And he steps through a tackle across the 40-yard line. Big Red still has 2 timeouts. Making substitutions, getting everyone situated. 4 receivers to the far side of the field. They'll swing it out quickly to Sims. And Sims will have it. He'll have a first down, I believe, across the 45-yard line. Clock stops with 1:05. Lee Anthony Sewell, number 8, will come out of the ball game for Big Red. Checking in is Bozica, number 23. Bugs and Edwards come to the near side. Isaac Hill to the far side. Will put a hand to the ground. Peyton Hill to throw. Looks downfield and it is picked off. Picked off by DJ Gray. And he will return it for a touchdown. Take a look at it here on the replay, Coach. And Gray just stepped in front. And then he has great speed, and he was off to the races. No one was going to catch him. Right. Bill's towing replay, and Wyoming now up 31-20. Looking for the extra point to put them up 12. And they may have just punched their ticket to the state championship game. Rummer is up and good with 54 seconds to go. 32-20. Wyoming on top of Big Red. 32-20 with 54 seconds to go. Take another look at it, Coach. Go back to pass and
just made a nice break on the ball, stepped in front.
And we've heard about this Cowboys defense leading up to this game, only allowing 2.5 points a game, and they stepped up when they had to.
Sure did.
Fumble recovery to get the ball back. They take advantage of that. Now the interception. Tremendous battle back and forth. Two heavyweights going at it.
What a good football game.
Unfortunately, for Big Red Nation, not going their way this evening here in Columbus.
Both teams have played
their hearts out.
Oh, sure have.
Line drive kick, and it'll be a muff kick into the end zone, touchback. And Big Red will have it. First and 10, 51 seconds to go. This is the first down for Steubenville Big Red, and Wyoming student body, cheerleaders, super excited. Why not? On the verge of going to the state championship game. Big Red a bit dejected, but they still have 51 seconds on the clock, and they're going to try and put two on the board right here.
They're not giving up.
Nope. And delay of game against Big Red.
Dead ball. Delay game. Offense. First down.
Penalty mark the ball at the 15-yard line. First and 15, Steubenville.
And again, play clock down to about 10 seconds now. And Big Red's going to call a timeout. And Coach, is a tough spot to be in if you're Coach Reno. What are you telling you guys?
No, I'm sure they've had something they've worked on in practice, and he's telling them, hey, hang in there, let's do what we can do, and they probably have some type of special play for this situation.
Isaac Hill just checked out of the ball game. Checking back in is Hikem Edwards. And Edwards and Buggs will split to the near side. Far side, Lee Anthony Sewell and Pierce. And Talik Sims will also split out to the far side. First and 15. And Peyton Hill. And Sims almost comes up with a tremendous catch. And if he does, that could go the distance.
The ball was tipped by two different players, and he still almost came down with it.
Now, Coach, if you're Wyoming, are you putting, 3 deep, 20 yards off of the ball at this point?
And look who's playing safety right now, their tailback.
Well, I would imagine everybody,
athletic.
Anybody in the Wyoming Cowboys supporter is happy he won his argument with the medical staff.
Yeah, right.
Looked like he was lost to a knee injury. Back in the game, scores a touchdown as Peyton Hill throws it up deep for Isaac Hill, and there he is, C.J. Hester with the interception. And now it's just a matter of downing the ball for the Cowboys of Wyoming.
After the interception, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7 of the offense.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against Steubenville Big Red. Peyton Hill takes a penalty there after the play. It is now Wyoming Cowboys. 1st and 10, ball at the Big Red 40-yard line. 37 seconds to go. Big Red with one timeout. Wyoming with one timeout. And now it is just a formality of take the knee.
Been a tremendous football game. Two teams really battling. Two good football teams.
Flag down. Not sure if the offensive lineman is selling that now.
Dead ball. Personal foul. 73 in the
Wade
defense.
holding the ball out.
15-yard penalty results in a first down.
Wyoming Cowboys. 1st and 10, ball at the Big Red 40-yard line. 37 seconds to go. Big Red with one timeout. Wyoming with one timeout. And now it is just a formality of take the knee.
Been a tremendous football game. Two teams really battling. Two good football teams.
Down. Not sure if the offensive lineman is selling that now.
Dead ball. Personal foul. 73 in the
Wade
defense.
holding the ball out.
15-yard penalty results in a first down.
Big Red defenders.
Coach is going to take him off the field with the clock run down.
Clock inside of 10 seconds to go, and it will be the Cowboys of Wyoming heading to the state championship. Congratulations to Wyoming. Steubenville Big Red falls by a score of 32-20 in Columbus tonight in the state semifinal. Tremendous game, Coach.
Tremendous.
We'll come back with some final thoughts right after this on the special edition of the Borders and Borders Friday Night Rivals. Wyoming 32, Big Red 20. And welcome back, everybody, to Columbus, Ohio, historic Cruz Stadium. Wyoming defeats Steubenville Big Red this evening by a score of 32-20. We'll take a look at your play of the game. It's the American Consolidated Play of the Game, and it is authored by the Wyoming Cowboys, DJ Gray. Number 12, the interception that sealed the deal for Wyoming. The touchdown on the interception. Wyoming will play Glenville in the state championship game. For Big Red, one win short of reaching the state championship game. And, Coach, no matter how you slice it, an outstanding season for Big Red.
Absolutely.
But just devastating when you're this close to your goal to playing the state title and perhaps win the state championship game. If you can, some final thoughts on Steubenville Big Red season.
Big Red season, they've just been tremendous all year. You know, they're so diverse on offense. All those athletes, using all those people. Defensively, you saw tonight, they took supposedly one of the better running backs in the state of Ohio, and took him out of the game for the most part. He had a couple of nice runs, and so I think they've just had a terrific year, and they'd be very proud of what they've accomplished.
And congratulations once again to the Cowboys of Wyoming on reaching the state title game. I'm Bill Phillips for the coach, Tony Filberto, and the rest of the WTOV9 team. Have a great day, everybody.
Ready?